I'm Zuker-Siff, and it's such a joy to be here today with my dad, Ed Zuker, to talk about something very important to us. It's something at the foundation of Chestnut Hill Realty since he started the company in 1969. Our core values continue to influence our actions at CHR. It's woven into who we are today and who we aspire to be in the future. Dad, you graduated from college and immediately went into business on your own. Of course, you had some knowledge and experience from your dad in your childhood. But what did you learn at the beginning of your career that helped shape your decision-making?
You know, my mom and dad's family were in real estate for generations. So I have real estate in my blood. When I graduated from college and started my business in real estate, I ended up opening up a leasing office with 10 brokers while I was managing properties of my father's at the same time. What I learned from that is, as a leasing person, I saw how different people would manage their properties and have different residents and different ways of doing things. And from that, I learned what I wanted to do and how I wanted to conduct and my vision for the future of Chestnut Hill Realty. Irving Stone lent money to my father, and he ended up adopting me in a way, and he lent me my money to purchase buildings. And the first thing he did, he asked me on Wendell Street over in Cambridge at Harvard Square, he asked me, landscape it, please. And I turned around and said, landscape it? All they do is it's fully occupied. There's a waiting list. The rents are $250 a month under rent control. Why should I landscape it? He says, humor me and do it. So I did that. And all of a sudden, our checks were coming in the mail. And they were coming in with nice notes. It's such a pleasure to live here. And you went by the building, instead of seeing this little trash here or there, all of a sudden the building was clean. The residents were picking up, the superintendent was picking up, anyone coming in was picking up and cleaning and keeping it that way. And that's when I learned that it's a home. And whether it's rent control, whether it's affordable, whether it's market rate or luxury housing, everyone likes to come home to flowers, to landscaping, green. They like to go out the same way, and it makes a big difference in their attitude of how they do things. And that's the start of managing people's home with pride.
That was a great example of two of CHR's core values, first-class service and excellence. You have always said that service and excellence come hand in hand, and that we look for ways at CHR to always stand out. Another very important core value is teamwork. I could give numerous examples over the years of how CHR has come together and worked as a team. Do you have any specific examples or things that really come to mind when you think about teamwork and CHR as a whole?
Teamwork is the core to everything that we do. The dedication that everyone has and the commitment to each other is just fantastic. In good and challenging times, our teams have done well, and no better than times like today, where this is totally different than every other challenging time they've ever seen. And I couldn't be prouder of these teams that we have and how they were able to get through so far.
You know, really collaboration is at the root of each of the committees and all the departments. And it's just a great thing to see.
Yes, it is. It makes me very proud.
A core value that is embedded in our culture is caring. We've always taken care of our employees, the residents, and our communities. You've instilled that not only in our family, but also with everyone you interact with.
Real estate is not bricks and mortar. It's about the environment and the people, and that's what our logo stands for. They can support our residents, and part of that also is our community that's around us, donating money and supporting causes within the community that the residents of the community, and that's of the city and town, volunteer and work at, and supporting them and allowing our team members to get involved and having charity of the month and picking different things. And the stronger our community, the cities and towns are, the more active they are, the better for our residents and the better for our properties.
You really seem to cover just everything from caring to integrity, both very important core values. I think that these values are what make us who we are, and we really take such pride in demonstrating them. And we are so lucky that we have such a robust staff that really lives by these core values as well. I know we both can agree, along with our family, that we are very blessed and lucky to have an amazing group of dedicated and committed employees that have worked for us for so many years. And these core values truly demonstrate their commitment to each day with us. I know what pride you feel.
It is something that makes me really warm inside. It's the core values define CHR. And what really, when I look back over the 50 years, it's the seeds that have been planted and that the teams have grown and that the company has grown from its small beginnings to where we are now as a leader in the industry and looking out for each other. So you know how much I enjoy the landscaping and our environment, and how I can tell you that the crocus in February that pops up in February, March is the beginning of the spring, and the flowers and the symphony of color go through the whole year. And this, looking back 50 years, cannot make me prouder to see what those seeds that were planted and how they've grown so well. And I have to say, managing people's homes with pride, I thank you all for doing what you do.
And thank you for listening and learning more about our core values and getting to hear some great stories of where we started and where we're going and moving ahead.
Yes, this is not the end. This is just the beginning for another 50 years.